united with Alvin, you can always unite with me by liking, subscribing, and commenting on the comment section below. Now let's get to the vibes. Jadon Sancho doesn't want to leave Manchester United. For one reason or the other, I don't know why. He keeps rejecting deal and he has recently rejected AS Roma. It looks like Jadon Sancho is not willing to leave Manchester United. And even when he leaves Manchester United, he wants United to compensate him or whatsoever. Because I don't understand why he doesn't want to leave Manchester United. But none of the clubs are trying to meet the wage demand that he wants. Look, to bring a young kid to United and pay him £250,000 a week, he's going to feel entitled in some way or some other. He hasn't ever lived expectation. He showed flashes by his attitude also staying. His mind has never been on Manchester United. He mainly even came to Manchester United because United were the only club willing to offer him that amount of wages. That's why he came to Manchester United. He didn't come to Manchester United to be a baller. That was the intention. Because he came in and complained about, I think, a mental health, and Eric Tan gave him, a leave, sabbatical leave, or whatever you want to call it. He came in and he turned his back again. That same manager that gave him the sabbatical leave. He's not ready to leave Manchester United. He's not ready. And if he wants to leave Manchester United, he would like Manchester United to give him some sort of compensation. Because I remember when Wan-Bissaka was leaving Manchester United, that's what happened. His wages was low. He was running a license contract. United had to compensate him because he will not be getting the wages that he was receiving at Manchester United. He wants that, and I'm here. He wants a huge amount of compensation. So that's what is delaying his exit. And he also wants to do certain things to despite Manchester United, because he knows if he stays, if he leaves, United can use his money to enter into the transfer market and get important players. And he doesn't want that. And he doesn't want that at all. Now let's move on to Alejandro Garnacho. Chelsea are keen in getting Alejandro Garnacho. This is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted earlier. He said Chelsea are advancing in club-to-club talks for Alejandro Garnacho. Deal underway with Man United. Excellent relationship between United CEO Barreda and Chelsea hierarchy. Garnacho only wants Chelsea and turned down an approach from Bayern in the last 48 hours. No chance. Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich is a really good club. Look, Garnacho case is similar to Sancho. Garnacho is willing to stay in the Premier League to, using Manchester United as a form of what? Football and revenge. Because he forced United haven't treated him well. And for a young player to, go toe-to-toe against your manager, like, you have to face the consequence. Right? Chelsea are also willing to pay a small fee. This is what he said at the United States. He said United DNA. This is what he says. Is it United DEA or United Stars? Let me get this right. Let me get this right. Yeah. It's a United Star. This is what it reads. Man United insists on their £50 million valuation of Alejandro Garnacho, despite Chelsea wanting him for less. United are using Noni Madueke's £48.4 million move to Arsenal as a yardstick. Look, Madueke is not better than Garnacho. When Garnacho has been playing for Man United for 3 seasons now, when he joined the academy, and Madueke has been just almost, and in all seasons, Garnacho has performed Madueke. Not just last season, he has performed Madueke in all categories. So for you to let him go of £48 million for £4 million at Arsenal, we give him Garnacho £50 million. It's even a loss of Manchester United. It should be 55 to 60. Looking at the current transfer market, Garnacho should be 55 to 60 ease. But United are desperate to sell, so they have to find a common ground. But if you go below £50 million, that will be very low for Manchester United. I even doubt Garnacho will get to the start 11 at Chelsea, because Chelsea are also working on a deal to get Xavi Simons to Manchester United. And when he comes to, Chelsea are working on a deal with Xavi Simons to go to Chelsea, not Manchester United, sorry, to go to Chelsea. And when Xavi Simons gets to Chelsea, he's going to play on the left wing, because there's no way he's going to occupy the 10th position. Ain't nobody taking that 10th position from Cole Palmer. It's occupied by Cole Palmer. Xavi will go to the left wing, and that's where Garnacho strikes. So you are not starting. Now they will judge between you and Gettins. who is going to be second and who is going to be third. You have to work hard. It's not guaranteed. And he knows that. I think Garnacho knows that he really wants to stay at Chelsea, come to Old Trafford, score against Manchester United, and run from one end to the other, just like Adebayo did to despite the Arsenal fan. I think that's what he's trying to do at Manchester United. Well, I think literally he despite Manchester United too much. And there's still no news for Anthony, whether he's staying or leaving. They are all trying to be tactical. And then come late, Robert is, this thing is just getting ugly. We're not able to sell players. It's really, hindering us, because in as much as we spend a lot on the transfer market, we need to sell these players in order to balance the books. Right? It looks like Rasmus Højlund might leave Manchester United because Napoli, Romelu Lukaku is down bad. He's injured. He might miss 3 to 4 months, and they're in for a striker. Firstly, they reach out to Manchester United for Joshua Zirkzee, but United insists Zirkzee is not for sale, and they'll prefer keeping Zirkzee, and they turn their attention to Rasmus Højlund. Let's see, because I think Napoli will be a good move for Rasmus Højlund. It can either be loan or permanent sale for 45 to 50 million pounds. It will be a good deal for Rasmus Højlund. I think Napoli will be better for him than AC Milan, because Antonio Conte will demand a lot from him and he will improve. And even if he goes on loan and Conte demands a lot for him and he becomes weak, he can come back to Manchester United. But at this point, United need the cash. United need the cash to balance books. Other than that, our finances might, hit a block, and we might not be able to do well again in the transfer market next season. We need to sell to balance the book. We need to sell in order to be caught up in PSR. You get me? We need it. And this afternoon too, I learned United wanted to go in for Lucien Agume. Look, ever since the start of the Rio transfer, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of comments about Lucien Agume have been circulating. I watched his game against Atletico Bilbao. He scored a goal with the left foot. He placed it perfectly there, down right corner. But I was impressed about his performance. Looking at the defensive midfield, Ruben Amorim Crayford, that box to box, that combative, that tackler, he wasn't athletic. He wasn't aggressive. Maybe he had a poor game. Maybe that's the first time I've really watched him, because I went to YouTube to see if I can get more, but I didn't get more. I didn't see enough for me to be convinced that he can be that missing piece that Manchester United want. I didn't get that vibe. Yeah, this is all I have for you today. Please like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below, and let the channel grow. Please let the channel grow.